Hey, so when you go to get your mortgage and your pre-approval, what can happen is your phone could blow up from all these random lenders within a day or two. And so this is happening right now, and this is something called, this is a little dirty thing in the industry when you go to get a mortgage right now called a trigger lead. And so this is what they're referred to as. And basically it's the credit agencies are allowed to sell your data when you go, when you have a credit. And of course those credit agencies, the credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, they know when your credit's pulled, obviously. So it sends a credit alert, and that triggers them to then that you've had a mortgage inquiry, and they're going to sell that to other companies who know you, that they assume that you're in the market, and so they're selling that what they call a lead to these other lenders, normally call centers, and so they're just pounding the phones and wearing you out. So this is what we're going to talk about in this video today, called trigger leads. So thanks for watching, everybody. My name is Ryan Wheeler with United Residential Mortgage, and let's dig right in. So like I said earlier, the credit bureaus are selling this information, your contact information, to these other lenders. The lenders are buying that contact info, your name, number, and maybe email, and maybe your address, and they're trying to reach out to trying to solicit you for your business. They are going to say anything to get your business, trust me. It is a bottom-feeding world when it comes to these trigger leads. They're going to say anything, but if they're selling that to 5 to 10 companies, and each 5 to 10 of those companies are going to call you 5 to 10 times a day for at least the first week, you can imagine how many calls you can get. I've had clients send me their screenshots of their missed calls, and we're talking 40, 50 missed calls within a short window of time. So your phone is going to blow up within a week or two of this. And yes, it is actually legal. So I know it sounds ridiculous, but they are actually allowed to do this. But just know that it's not the mortgage professional that you're working with. They didn't have anything to do with it. They didn't have a data breach. It is simply a product of these credit agencies. But they've got so much control because, ultimately, we have to pull the credit and they're part of that. And so they're just legally allowed to sell that data, and they've become in the data mining business. And it's gross and disgusting, let's be honest. It's super annoying to everybody involved, but it's just gross, right? Like, our National Trade Organization has a bill in Congress to try to outlaw or at least minimize the sale of it. Or minimize this data being, allowed to be given out, this credit inquiry, except for unless it's with the servicer, your previous mortgage company, or whoever that you've worked with in the past. But they shouldn't be able to sell it to random people. We're kind of liking it to sharing medical information ultimately. And so that's kind of the angle that we're taking in Congress to try to get this outlawed. So do know that I'm part of a couple of national organizations, mortgage trade organizations, that are trying to get this banned. But just know, if your phone blows up, I'm talking blow up, you're going to get a lot of phone calls from this. That's what it's from. So it's called a trigger lead, and these credit agencies are selling that data. And the way that you can prevent this is, so you need to do it at least a week before you try to get pre-approved. And so I would recommend doing it now if you're even remotely thinking about, buying a home or refinancing or anything, dealing with a mortgage company or a lender like myself. You need to go to optoutprescreen.com. That's optoutprescreen.com, and go to the Do Not Call registry. So I think it's donotcall.gov. Maybe just Google Federal Do Not Call, DNC, Federal Do Not Call Registry, donotcall.gov, and put your number on there, your cell phone number. But make sure you do that opt-out pre-screen, and that will get you out of that, that will get you out of that. But it does take like a week or so for that to process. So I would do it in as far in advance as possible. Those links will be in the description of this video. But obviously shoot me a message if you have any questions on this. And if I can help with anything else, if you're looking to get pre-approved or want to talk about some ideas or run numbers, or look at some options, or just have a general conversation, please, feel free, schedule a call with me, schedulewithryan.com, or you can shoot me an email, ryan@unitedres.org, or text me, call me 270-228-0075. Thanks a lot for watching. Again, Ryan Wheeler with United Residential Mortgage. I hope you found this helpful, and we'll see you next time. Take care.